There are working dogs. And then there is the Belgian Malinois. This is not a pet designed for comfort. It's a living weapon refined through a century of precision. Every muscle in its body exists for purpose. Every heartbeat is a command waiting to be executed. When you watch a Malinois move, you see electricity in motion. Its jumps defy physics. Its focus defies distraction. This breed was born in Belgium's fields, not for show but for survival. Farmers needed a dog that could work sunrise to sunset without breaking, and they succeeded. Later, police and military trainers noticed something no other breed had. The Malinois didn't just obey commands, it anticipated them. That's the first sign of extremity. A mind that doesn't wait to serve, it seeks to. It's not obedience, it's compulsion. When American and European special forces look for canine partners, they don't shop for temperament. They search for drive, nerve, and heart rate under fire. The Malinois scores off the charts on all three. Where most dogs hesitate, Malinois of Malinois accelerates. Its nerves of steel aren't just breeding, they're biology. This breed was sculpted through hundreds of generations to turn stress into clarity. You can see it in their eyes. When others flinch, the Malinois locks on. That's why elite handlers call it the Ferrari of dogs. Magnificent when driven by a professional, disastrous in amateur hands. Speed is its default state. A Malinois can clear a 6-foot fence without a running start and chase a suspect for miles without fatigue. But what truly sets it apart is not strength, it's control. That split-second break between instinct and discipline is what makes it legendary. Handlers train for years to harness that drive. Without guidance, the same energy that saves lives can destroy homes. The Malinois doesn't settle. Even at rest, its muscles tremble with anticipation. Every sound is processed, every movement analyzed. That's the second sign of extremity, a mind that never turns off. This is not hyperactivity, it's pure purpose. To command a Malinois is to command a storm. You don't own it. You earn its respect through consistency, clarity, and mutual trust. The bond between handler and Malinois is closer to a partnership than a pet relationship. It's a dance of discipline and danger. That's why soldiers weep when they lose one. These dogs aren't companions, they're extensions of the human will. In training, their focus is unnerving. Noise, crowds, gunfire, none of it breaks their attention. Even when attacking, the Malinois is thinking. Every bite is measured, every release precise. This breed operates on a different frequency. It feels the world at a speed most dogs can't comprehend. That's the third sign of extremity. Awareness so high it becomes both gift and burden. For families who adopt them without preparation, that awareness turns into anxiety. Without a mission, the Malinois creates its own, and you might not like it. Furniture, walls, doors, nothing survives a bored Malinois. It's not destruction out of malice, it's unspent energy seeking purpose. Handlers say the Malinois doesn't need exercise, it needs a war to win. That might sound dramatic until you see one work. Their agility is supernatural. In canine sports, they clear obstacles like a blur, eyes locked, body perfectly synchronized. You can't train that level of drive, you can only channel it. And when you do, it becomes art. That's why elite trainers speak about this breed with reverence. They know they're not controlling it, they're collaborating with it. When a Malinois searches for explosives or tracks a fugitive, its world narrows to a single objective. Everything else ceases to exist. No distraction is strong enough to break focus. That's not training. That's instinct weaponized by discipline. Even among elite canine units, the Malinois is a category of its own. You can't compare it to a German Shepherd. The Malinois is faster, lighter, and sharper. The difference is like between a race car and a tank. Both are powerful, but only one can turn on a dime. And that agility comes with a cost. You must match its mental speed to stay in control. That's why the Malinois is not for casual owners. Handlers train daily to maintain that bond. 5 minutes of inattention can undo weeks of discipline. The Malinois tests you the way it tests itself, constantly. If you lose focus, it will notice first. That's the fourth sign of extremity. A partner so intelligent you can't fake authority. You must lead with conviction, or you won't lead at all. At its core, this is a breed built for impossible tasks. It can chase down suspects, guard nuclear sites, and parachute with soldiers into combat zones. It's the only dog trusted for missions too risky for machines. Its nose, instinct, and courage still outperform technology. Every muscle moves with intention. There's no waste, no hesitation, no doubt. That's why you don't own a Malinois. You partner with a predator that chose discipline over instinct. A Malinois doesn't love you because you feed it. It loves you because you lead it. That's the fifth sign of extremity, a bond built on earned respect, not emotion alone. When it decides you're worthy, loyalty becomes absolute. This loyalty isn't gentle, it's obsessive. A Malinois will stare through a window for hours, waiting for your return. When you walk through the door, it doesn't wag, it launches. Every reunion feels like ignition. Handlers describe that gaze as a challenge and a promise. It's saying, give me a mission. Without one, the same loyalty becomes frustration. The energy that makes it heroic in service can make it destructive in a home. That's why professional trainers warn, this is not a family pet in disguise. It's an athlete trapped in civilian life. To a Malinois, discipline is love, structure is comfort, routine is peace. A missed training day feels like betrayal. It measures the world in purpose, not pleasure. That's the sixth sign of extremity, a heart that burns too bright for idleness. You can calm its body, but never its drive. During military drills, handlers push them past exhaustion, yet their tails still rise when given one more command. That look isn't defiance, it's addiction. The Malinois is addicted to achievement. Even sleep comes reluctantly. It rests with one ear raised, ready to work again. No alarm clock needed. Duty lives in its DNA. Its intelligence can be startling. It reads tone, posture, even emotion, then acts before you speak. A single finger twitch can launch it forward. A whisper can halt it midair. That level of control takes years to earn. That's the seventh sign of extremity. A mind so responsive it blurs the line between instinct and telepathy. Handlers say the dog becomes a reflection of its trainer's discipline. If the handler is calm, the dog is lethal and precise. If the handler is careless, chaos follows. The Malinois will amplify whatever energy it receives. That's why every command must be deliberate. Ambiguity confuses, hesitation invites disaster. It doesn't forgive mixed signals. Clarity is its oxygen. Even affection must have boundaries. Too much softness dulls its edge. Too little breaks its trust. This balance defines greatness. Control wrapped around chaos. Few humans ever master it. That's the eighth sign of extremity. To live on the border between genius and madness. In combat footage, you'll see them leap from helicopters into roaring wind. No fear, no hesitation, only faith in the handler's voice. They don't think of danger, they calculate it. Each move is data, each landing precision. When the mission ends, they melt back into calm as if nothing happened. That switch is their superpower. But that same switch makes civilian life difficult. Turning off intensity isn't part of their wiring. Handlers who retire these dogs describe nights of restlessness. The dog patrols the house as if guarding an invisible base. You can't train away vigilance, you can only redirect it. Without structure, it invents its own. That's the ninth sign of extremity, purpose as survival instinct. For the right owner, the Malinois is everything. Discipline, courage, devotion. For the wrong one, it's a storm waiting to happen. The difference is leadership, not dominance, but direction. Show fear, and it takes control. Show confidence, and it becomes unstoppable. This dog senses authenticity faster than humans do. It knows the difference between authority and ego. That's why many handlers call it humbling. It exposes every weakness you try to hide. Train with a Malinois long enough, and you become sharper yourself. It demands your best every single day. That's the 10th sign of extremity, a creature that elevates you through pressure. In the right hands, it's a masterpiece of evolution. In the wrong hands, a tragedy in waiting. No other breed lives so close to the edge. Its beauty lies in the balance between control and chaos. That's what makes it the most extreme dog on Earth. It's not its bite, its speed, or its strength. It's the responsibility it forces on us. The Belgian Malinois is nature's reminder that power without purpose becomes danger. But purpose with loyalty becomes legend. And that legend still runs, jumps, and serves. Not for fame, not for praise, but because it was born to.